Hello everybody and welcome back to Kevin Key Speaks. This is yours truly, Kevin Key, and we're back with another one, okay? Today we're going to talk about forgiveness. See, people think that forgiveness doesn't really matter and you can just hold on to them and continue just along your merry way and be happy in life. Well, guess what? Forgiveness is like a weight lifter, alright? You've got to take the weight off your shoulders, because as long as you're holding these people accountable, as long as you're holding this hostility, you're putting chains and more weights on top of yourself and on top of yourself. And as you're trying to go through life, you've got all these thoughts of what this person did to you, what that person did to you, how they didn't consider you, how the other person made you mad, and you're holding on to all these things. And these things cause your brain to be active. So even while you sleep, subconsciously, your brain is thinking about all these things and these people. And even as you're walking through life, interacting with other people, you're thinking about all these past people that did all these other things to you. And you're calculating and you're figuring out if I should trust this person, if I should not. Well, this happened to me here, that happened to me there. And what you're doing is you're bogging your brain down. People, we've got to lessen some of these processes that we put on our lives. We've got to make things more simple. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you should allow people to take advantage of you. You should allow people to just do you wrong. But what I am saying is, once somebody does you wrong, you've got to learn from it, and then you've got to release it. We cannot continue to just hold on to these things. They fester, they cause disease, they cause bacteria in our bodies, and they cause us to get away from our happy place. It is important that we remain centered. The only way we can be centered and balanced is if we cast all this extra weight off of us. And when you start doing that, then you'll start being able to sleep at night. You have a more free spirit, because for each person that you think that you're holding things against, it's actually being held against you, right? This person is being held against the person that's on the other side of your fence. The person that's on the other side of those mirrors. That's the person who's been affected. Because now, as you hold all these hostilities and all these things against these other people, you start to become bitter. And these are things that people can see. They can see it on your face. They can see it in your attitude. They can see it in your presence. The way that you talk. You can tell when people are becoming bitter. And it shouldn't be like that. We should not allow other people to affect our happiness. Because we have to remember, at the end of the day, they're just people, just like me and you. They make mistakes, they have problems, they have issues, and it makes no sense for us to continue the process of hating each other, because where is it going to stop? People, we've got to start somewhere. Somebody's got to be willing to step up and say, you know what? I don't appreciate what you did, but I forgive you. And move on. Move on. That's the important thing. After it's been done, after it's been resolved, move on. Leave it where it is. Let's not continue to keep... I have one saying, there's no point in digging the horse back up just to make sure it's dead. Once it's buried, leave it there. Once you've discussed it, leave it there. Which brings another point. That's why it is important that when you do have a situation, to communicate. We have to make sure all your questions, anything, if it sounds crazy, any thoughts that you had about it, whatever, get it out then. Put everything on the table. That way, everything can be dealt with. Which means that once it's done, once it's finished, it can be left alone. A lot of times, we'll deal with a situation, but we don't get all the information. And so later on, a little bit more information comes, which causes you to go relive it, pull it back up, go all the way back through it again. We don't need that, because now you're causing those same emotions to come back up, which gets you jostled, which gets you off center, which gets you off balance, and back in that fury, and back angry, and back unforgiving, and you lied to me, and all of that. We don't need that, people. There's enough problems in our lives than to continue reliving situations that are already dealt and done with. Let's move forward. Let's forgive. Let's take all this extra weight off so that we can be the people that we're destined to be. Moving forward. This is yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks, and I'm encouraging you. Find whatever situations that you cannot move past whatever people you can't forgive for whatever action that they did, and forgive them and move on, people. Once again, this is Kevin Key Speaks, KevinKeySpeaks.com, and I'm encouraging you because I believe in you. It's difficult a lot of times, but you can do it. See you on the next time.